Good morning, students. This is your second poem, Confessions of a Born Spectator by Frederick Ogden Nash. Was an American poet well known for his light verse, of which he wrote over 500 pieces. With his unconventional rhyming schemes, he was declared the country's best known producer of humorous poetry. His light verse even earned him a place on a postage stamp. This poem was written by an American poet. Let's see what is there in this poem. I just read out the poem first. You just follow me. One infant grows up and becomes a jockey. Another plays basketball or hockey. This one, the prize ring heads to enter. That one becomes a tackle or center. I am just glad, as glad can be, that I am not them, but they are not me. With all my heart, I do admire athletes who sweat for fun or hair, who take the field a gaudy pomp and maim each other as they roam. My limp and bashful spirit feeds on other people's heroic deeds. Now a runs 90 yards to score, B knocks the champion to the floor, cracking vertebrae and spines, lashes his steed across the line. You'd think my ego it would please to swap positions with one of these. Well, ego it might be pleased enough, but zealous athletes play so rough they do not even their dealing consider one another's feelings. I am glad what when my struggle begins. Twixt prudence and ego, prudence wins. When swollen eye meets gnarled fist, when naps the knee and cracks the wrist, when officialdom demands, is there a doctor in the stands? My soul in truth, thanksgiving speaks for this modest of physics. Athletes, I will drink to you or eat with you or anything except compete with you. Buy tickets worth the radium to which you gamble in the stadium and reassure myself anew that you are not me and I am not you. So, this is what the poem written by an Ogden Nash. Uh, Students, there are people with many passions. Okay, if I talk about myself, I wish to play badminton. On the other side, if you ask yourself, then your taste of playing game may be different, and you may like cricket. If you ask your friends, they may tell you that they like football or volleyball. So person to person, their likings also changes. Okay, so here it is a voice of the poet who speaks about his you know desire, about his taste he has towards the sports activities. So one infant grows up and becomes a jockey. Another plays basketball or hockey. In the first two lines of the poem itself, it reveals that people have different taste in sports. Some people like jockey, then some people like basketball, some people like hockey. This one, the prize ring heads to enter, that one becomes a tackle or center. I'm just glad as glad can be that I am not them, that they are not me. When we talk about cricket, there may be millions of people, they may intend to watch the cricket game, but they are not ready to go in the playground and play the game literally. It due to their personal, due to many reasons. They may be fatty, they cannot walk like a sports person. So they may love to watch the matches in the television, or maybe directly in the in the studio, but they may not be willing to play the game by themselves. So, what I am trying to say here, Ogden Nash says that he actually glads that he is not the player, and the player is not the poet. That is Ogden Nash. With all my heart, I do admire athletes who swear for the funner he has a great respect for the athletes who actually sweats a lot, when they are playing, okay, who take the field a gondi pomp and main each other as a Rome. My limp and bashful spirit feeds on others people's heroic deeds. Whenever the poet actually sees the players in their in their respective uniform, he has a great regard for them. He respects them a lot. Okay, he respects them a lot. And my limp and bashful spirit feeds on other people's heroic deeds. Okay, so when he compares himself with the players, he feels that he is physically weak too. Now he runs 90 yards to score. He knocks the champions to floor. When he sees the players running on the for 90 yards, cracking vertebrae and spines, they are working so hard. Their spine and spinal cord, all right, and vertebrae are getting cracked. Okay, they are getting serious injuries, and you think my ego it would please to wham position with one of these. So sometimes what happens, even an audience forget that they are taking a lot of strain while playing the game. Even if they get hurt, they are simply enjoying. When we talk about wrestling particularly, people go there and they enjoy seeing their fight inside the ring. So when they are hitting each other, they get injuries, serious injuries. Sometimes even they die due to serious injury. But but as an audience, but the audience are enjoying. Okay, uh, that is what actually he says. Well, ego it might be pleased enough, but zealous athletes play so rough they do not ever in their dealings consider one another's feeling. I am glad that when my struggle began twixt prudence and ego, prudence wins. The same thing actually happens even in the uh, among players. When they have taken in a strong determination to win the game, they don't bother about the other's feeling. Okay, think about what actually happens inside the ring. Okay, it's a kind of platform in a wrestling. What do you call WWF? So when the two gigantic persons are fighting each other, they don't bother about the other's feeling. They simply try to hit the other person, opposite person, and somehow they try to win the game. All right, and this is what the poet says here. They do not ever in their dealings consider one another's feeling. I am glad that when my struggle begins, twist prudence and ego, uh, prudence wins. When I see all these, my actually wisdom wins. The knowledge he has, about the sports, about the reality happening inside the ring, he actually understands this is how a particular game has to be played. When swollen eye meets garland fist, when snaps the knees and cracks the wrist. Okay, cracks the wrist. Wrist means this part of the body. Okay, when officialdom demands, is there a doctor in the stand? My soul in their truth thanking speaks for the modest of physics. When something happens seriously, okay, when someone is getting an injury like okay, if someone's wrist got cracked, okay, someone's knees got cracked, and if a person is not able to walk out, and if the help of the doctor is called for, at this point of time, as an audience, actually he feels so uh, he feels so sorry for that person who got injury. As it happens, this is what we call humanity. On the humanitarian ground, he feels sorry for the person who got serious injury inside the ring, or maybe in the playground. And athletes, I will drink to you or eat with you or anything except compete with you. So, indicating the athlete, the poet says, I will drink to you. Poet is ready to have a drink with the, with the athlete, or even he's ready to sit with the athlete and eat together, or anything except compete with you. He's ready to eat, he's ready to drink with the athlete, but he's not ready to fight with the athlete. Just imagine if an audience actually suddenly gets into the ring and try to fight with the Kali, an Indian wrestler. What will happen? Kali will simply throw that person out of the ring, or maybe he will die in a single, in a few seconds actually. If he gives a blow, just in a single blow, he will die. So that's the reason perhaps the poet is not ready to fight with the wrestler by seeing his weak body condition, physical condition, and he knows that what will be the consequence if he goes and fights with the athlete. Buy tickets worth the radium. Even he's ready to buy an expensive ticket for the athlete. He's ready to take a drink with him. He's ready to take food with him. Okay. To watch you gamble in the stadium. So he's ready to even buy an expensive ticket for the athlete and reassure myself anew that you are not me and I am not you. So he confirms himself that he is not the athlete and the athlete is not him. So he's ready to do anything, for the sake of athlete. He's ready to, serve the food. He's ready to share tea with him. Okay, he's ready to buy even an expensive ticket for him, but he is not ready to go and fight with that athlete directly in the, in a ring or in a playground. Okay, so it's a perception of the Ogden Nash, like what the audience actually think about the athlete. At the same time, how actually athletes think about themselves when they are in action. Okay, it is a different perspectives the poet actually shared in the form of a poem. You just go through this poem and see the words. Some words actually in a bold letter, and you can see the meanings of those words in the glossary. You can just understand this meaning and read out the poem once again at your leisure time. And I will just post the summary of this poem also for your convenience. Okay, and write the paragraph not exceeding 500 words and submit to me in the next meet. Okay, thank you.